The United States quarter dollar has always been a very popular and widely collected coin, not only because of its circulation, but also because of the many varieties and historical details that accompany it. The 1998 quarter dollar is part of the Washington quarter series, which had been in circulation for many decades before the state quarters program started in 1999. This means that the 1998 quarter is considered the last year of the traditional Washington quarter design before the new commemorative state quarters were introduced. Collectors often pay special attention to such transition year coins because they represent the end of one era and the beginning of another. The obverse of the 1998 quarter dollar features the portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, which was first introduced on quarters in 1932. The design by John Flanagan had become iconic by this time, with Washington facing left, the word liberty inscribed above, "In God We Trust" to the left, and the date 1998 below the portrait. On the reverse side of the coin, you will see the familiar eagle design, which was also part of the Washington quarter before the state quarters began. The eagle is standing on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath it, symbolizing both war readiness and peace. The reverse has the inscription United States of America, quarter dollar, and E pluribus sum. One thing that often confuses beginners in coin collecting is the mint mark. Mint marks are small letters on coins that tell us where the coin was produced. The 1998 quarter can have different mint marks depending on whether it was struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint usually uses no mint mark, so a quarter without any letter is from Philadelphia. The Denver Mint uses a D mint mark, and San Francisco uses an S mint mark. In your question, you mentioned a 1998 quarter dollar without mint mark. This specifically means that coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, let's talk about condition. Coin collectors use the term condition to describe how well preserved the coin is. Coins can range from heavily circulated, where the details are worn down, to mint state, where the coin looks almost brand new as if it just left the mint. For the 1998 quarter, in normal circulated condition, the value is usually just its face value of 25 cents. Millions of these coins were minted for circulation, so they are not considered rare in worn condition. However, in uncirculated or high-grade mint state condition, they can be worth more to collectors. In today's market, a typical 1998 quarter without mint mark in circulated condition still trades at around 25 cents, basically equal to its face value. But if the coin is in extremely fine or almost uncirculated condition, the value may rise to around $1. For uncirculated coins graded MS60 to MS63, collectors may pay between $2 and $5. Coins graded higher, such as MS65, can sell for $10 to $15. Truly exceptional examples graded MS67 or higher are very rare and can sometimes reach prices at $100 or more at auctions, but such coins must be certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC to fetch those premium prices. Another aspect to consider is error coins. Some 1998 quarters may have minting errors such as off-center strikes, double dice, clip planchettes, or other striking mistakes. These error coins are not common, but when found, they can be worth far more than regular quarters. Depending on the type of error and how dramatic it is, values can range from $50 to several $100s. Collectors of error coins are always on the lookout for unique varieties, so checking your 1998 quarter carefully could pay off. Let's also remember that in 1998, the U.S. Mint produced billions of quarters. Specifically, over 1.2 billion were minted in Philadelphia alone, and over 1.1 billion in Denver. This makes the coin very common overall, which is why the value in circulated condition remains low. However, the high mintages also mean that quality control is sometimes less strict, leading to potential minting errors that collectors now treasure. Another point of interest is proof coins. In 1998, the San Francisco Mint produced special proof quarters with an S mint mark. These coins were sold directly to collectors in proof sets, and they were never intended for circulation. Proof coins are struck multiple times on specially polished dies, giving them a mirror-like finish and sharp details. While your focus is on the no mint mark coin from Philadelphia, it's useful to know that the 1998 S-proof quarters can range from $5 to $20, depending on condition and whether they are the standard clad composition or the silver-proof version. The silver-proof quarters are especially valuable, often selling for $15 to $30 or more. Collectors often seek to build complete sets of Washington quarters, including every year and mint mark. For someone putting together such a set, a 1998 P quarter in mint condition is an essential piece. While it may not be rare, its value lies in completing the collection. The fact that it is the final year before the state quarter program began adds a touch of historical importance, making it slightly more desirable than just an average common date quarter. Now let's stretch deeper into the grading system. Collectors use grades like good, G, very good, VG, fine, F, very fine, VF, extremely fine, XF, about uncirculated, AU, and mint state, MS, with numbers from 60 to 70. For 1998 quarters, anything below XF usually does not attract collector interest because they are too common. But once you enter the AU and MS range, values begin to rise. An MS65 coin is considered gem quality, while an MS67 is superb gem, and MS68 or higher is almost flawless. At these high levels, population reports matter because only a handful of coins survive in such pristine condition. That is why MS67 or MS68 examples of a 1998 P quarter can bring hundreds of dollars at auctions despite the coin being common in lower grades. It is also important to note that coin values fluctuate with collector demand and auction trends. Online platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and PCGS Canfix can give real-time insights into current prices. Many casual collectors sell common 1998 quarters in bulk for face value, but dealers and serious collectors focus on slabbed, high-grade coins certified by PCGS or NGC. Another interesting angle is the sentimental value of 1998 quarters. People who were born in 1998 or had important life events that year may like to keep such coins as keepsakes. This personal connection sometimes increases demand beyond pure numismatic value. So, in conclusion, the 1998 USA quarter dollar without a mint mark, in average circulated condition, is worth only its face value of 25 cents in today's market. In better grades, it can fetch $1 to $5, and in certified gem condition, it can go up to $15 or more. Rare high-grade examples and error varieties can sell for $100 or higher. The coin marks the end of the traditional Washington quarter design before the state quarters began, which adds a layer of historical interest for collectors. When making a video of 90 minutes, you can expand by explaining the history of Washington quarters in detail, the importance of mint marks, the grading system with examples, how to identify errors, how auctions work, and by comparing the 1998 coin with earlier and later issues. You can also include tips for beginners, like how to store coins safely, how to recognize cleaning damage, and how to check recent sales online. By covering all these aspects thoroughly, your video will remain engaging and informative while naturally reaching the